13th, 2022 in the quiet college town of Moscow, Idaho. So it's just after 4 a.m. and four University of Idaho students, Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonclaves, they're asleep in an off-campus rental house on King Road. They were bright young kids. A couple of them were dating. Some of them were friends. They were all in their early 20s and they were living the college life. But that night, somebody slipped into the house and stabbed them all to death while they were in their beds.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was brutal. So the autopsies later showed multiple wounds, some defensive, meaning they fought back. And the scene was so horrific, it left the small town reeling. So now here's where it gets eerie. Two other roommates, Dylan Mortensen, okay, and Bethany Funky, they were home, but they survived. So Dylan even saw a masked guy with bushy eyebrows wandering. Damn, was it Luigi Mangione? Wandering the house around 4:20 a.m., but she locked the door and didn't call 911 until hours later, around noon. That delay is still a big question mark. Meanwhile, police found a ka-bar knife sheath next to one of the victims, Madison, with DNA that later became the smoking gun. So fast forward 6 weeks to December 30th, 2022, across the country in Pennsylvania, cops arrest 28-year-old Brian Koberger at his parents' house. He's a criminology PhD student at Washington State University, just 10 miles from Moscow. A guy studying crime who's now accused of committing one of the grisliest crimes, okay? So how did they get him? With CSI detective work and old school detective work, DNA from the sheath matched him, and his white Hyundai Elantra was spotted near the scene. The cell phone pings him in the area multiple times, including that night. The case explodes. National news, true crime junkies, everybody's hooked on the Koberger case, okay? He was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and burglary. By May 2023, he was arraigned. He stands silent as the judge enters the not guilty plea. Prosecutors say that they're going for the death penalty. The trial is set for August 2025 in Boise, Idaho, after a venue switch, but it all traces back to that chilling November night when a sleepy college house turned into a crime scene that would haunt the nation.